remember Legs? This is a brand of pantyhose introduced by Hanes in 1969 that revolutionized the pantyhose market. Hanes was founded in 1901 by John Wesley Hanes. Hanes had been making pantyhose for years, but as this ad shows, the consumer's eyes were elsewhere. This is Robert Albertson. He was an executive at Hanes that came up with a secret project to increase their share of the hosiery market. At that time, the only place a woman could buy her pantyhose was at the department store, but Albertson wanted women to be able to buy them everywhere. He wanted this to be an impulse buy item that you could get at your grocery store or at a convenience store. So he put together a team and they got together in the basement of the Winston-Salem factory of Hanes for this secret project. At this time, all pantyhose was sold wrapped in like cellophane around a cardboard insert. They hire an ad agency called Dancer Fitzgerald Sample. They were from Madison Avenue, but they had started in Chicago back in 1923. Here are some of the other success they eventually had. They created the Where's the Beef commercial. They invented McGruff the crime dog. They also created the Duracell rabbit, not the Energizer bunny. The Energizer bunny is a parody of Duracell rabbit. And all around the world, except for in North America, this is the spokesman for Duracell. This is Roger Furriter. He was one of the Hanes employees. He was on the case on this. He was a former minor league baseball player and quite an ad man with a good eye for design. Here's a look at a Tampax ad he created, and he designed all of these logos. So he took the word egg, put an apostrophe and an L in front of it, and legs were born. There was a man on the team named Fred Howard, and he designed this amazing egg display. This was the nest where all of the eggs were.
Legs are here, legs are there, legs are everywhere. Our legs fit your legs, they hug you, they hold you, they never let you go.
Legs, super stretch, stocking, and pantyhose.
Our legs fit your legs,
So long, baggy knees, and wrinkly ankles.
This freestanding display could hold 288 different sizes and colors of pantyhose and took up only 2 feet of retail space. Sales spiked up substantially. In the first year, they made $9 million on legs. A decade later, they were making $110 million. This made Hanes the biggest name in hosiery, owning over 15% of the market. In 1973, they hired aerobic instructor Jackie Sorensen to go around the country, visit 23 cities, teach over 600 different women aerobics that they could do while wearing their legs. They had a very clever slogan, "Our legs fit your legs." There were plenty of celebrities endorsing their product. This is figure skater Peggy Fleming. Here's the great dancer and actress Juliette Prowse. She appeared on The Muppet Show, which is where I first saw her. She also was in the movie G.I. Blues opposite Elvis Presley. There's Joyce DeWitt of Three's Company.
Joyce, you've got a great pair of legs.
Here's singer Debbie Boone. And Barbara Eden, star of I Dream of Jeannie.
What's in this little blue egg that keeps Barbara Eden looking slim and trim?
Oh, there's only one answer to that. It's Legs Control Top Pantyhose.
Jamie Lee Curtis signed a deal with them in 1996 and then immediately got a $1 million insurance policy from Lloyd's of London on her legs that the legs were in, the real legs. In 1976, the company hires Alexandra Eames to create this book of crafts that you could make with your eggs. These eggs were commonly used around the house to hold your G.I. Joe figures in, or to make Mork from Ork egg for any toy you had. Here are some of the items you could make. You could make this like decorative ornament. Here's a clever one. You've got one egg that you've got a sponge in, so you can take your stamp and put it on there. And then the other one, there's a hole in the top so that the stamps come out. It's a stamp dispenser and stamp moistener made out of legs eggs. In 1980, a group of technicians from Florida Southern Bell took the legs egg and put a bunch of components in it so that it would be audible, so that blind children could take part in Easter egg hunts. In 1991, the public and government was looking to have different ways to cut down on plastics and packaging. There was a law called the Sustainable Packaging Act that went forward in California. There were other similar laws around the country that would make it illegal for them to continue to produce it in the egg, so they switched to this cardboard packaging. Also around this time, women stopped wearing pantyhose as much. Women started, just having bare legs or wearing pants, and pantyhose became more of a thing that you only saw when you went to Hooters. There's a Star Trek Next Generation episode called Arsenal of Freedom, and in it they use one of the eggs as part of the prop for this alien drone thing. By the way, if you enjoy these videos, make sure and be like the Fonz, give it a thumbs up. If you give it a thumbs up, YouTube pushes the video out to more and more people, and I truly appreciate it.
Professor, you've got legs.
Dr. Laszlo, I've got legs.
She's got legs, the super stretching, super fitting pantyhose.
No more ugly wrinkles at my ankles, Doctor. Those impossible crinkles in the curves. The answer is perfect fit.
You got it, Professor.
Our legs fit your legs, they hug you, they hold you, they never let you go.
I've got legs.
It's interesting that this started in 1969. We've talked about 1969 quite a bit on this channel. Wendy's started in Columbus, Ohio in 1969. On the other side of Columbus, Ohio, Arthur Treacher's started in 1969. And somewhere else, Long John Silver's. Also Red Robin Hamburgers. Cracker Barrel.
Y'all have Cracker Barrel here. It's not that great, is it? No, it's not. It's like you're eating at a garage sale, for crying out loud. There's stuff hanging all over the walls. Rusty farm equipment over your head. Hey, can we get a table not directly under the horse castrator?
These eggs were a big part of pop culture. Arsenio Hall did a weird thing around this time where he became a overweight rapper named Chunky A and put out an album that nobody was sure if he was trying to be serious or not. But Chunky A had a line in there where he sung, in the Mel Brooks comedy Robin Hood Men in Tights, there's a scene where all of the men are getting their weapons, and you see them getting their swords and everything else, and then last thing they're getting is their pantyhose inside of an egg. Another parody film, Loaded Weapon 1, has a scene where two thugs come into a store.
Namaste.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any of these in taupe?
Saturday Night Live recently did a sketch where two women go to a school and they're trying to sell them legs pantyhose.
I love how the eggs leave something to the imagination.
Yes, that's right, boys.
There was a Wacky Packages where it said, they'll make your legs look like logs. Well, that's going to do it for this one. If you're watching on your phone or on a tablet, go find another video to watch. If you're on a computer or a television, a couple boxes are going to pop up on this side. Because we've been talking about magazine ads, I did a video about why there are no magazines in your local doctor's office. And I look back at magazines like Ranger Rick and Highlights and a couple others. You're going to want to check that out. That video is going to be over here. Otherwise, YouTube says this is what's best for you. Either way, I'm going to see you back here tomorrow at 2 o'clock.